Hi, my name is Christian, and I'm going to talk about availability heuristics today. Availability heuristics are a mental shortcut, often applied subconsciously in order to judge the frequency and likelihood of events, especially when people are lacking the time and will to do proper statistical research. A common question which you would answer by means of availability heuristics is, what is the more common cause of death, diabetes or murder? People tend to say that it's murder, even though that's far from reality, because these sort of sensational events are omnipresent in the news, and this really shapes our judgment, which is affected by recent and vivid information. The underlying logic is, if you can think of it, it must be important and common. This notion is underlined by the famous name experiment. So there are two lists of names, one with 19 famous men and 20 less famous women, and another one with 19 famous women and 20 less famous men. The researchers would read these lists to the participants, which in turn would have to estimate how many men and women there are on each list. And it turns out that the distinct majority of people say there are more men on the first list and more women on the second list. Why is that? This is because famous names are easier to remember, and this ease of information retrieval results in us thinking that it's more common. Information retrieval is affected by personal experiences and mass media coverage amongst others, and can really undermine our knowledge. Marketers try to exploit that situation by means of repeated advert exposure, vivid and visual language, storytelling, or by impressing and surprising us. All these things make adverts stand out in our memory, and that's really key for the application of availability heuristics. I'm going to show you now one example advert of Proactive, a skincare company, and how they make use of those techniques.
Everybody's it's right here on my face. It just makes me feel ugly.
Sometimes you think that you have a handle on it, and then it comes right back. It frustrates me a lot.
I see a lot of splotches, red spots. It's pretty sad to see that. It's pretty sad to look in the mirror and see my face full of blemishes.
Doesn't matter how beautiful you are, you don't eat.
It's just out to get me. That's what it's always felt like.
I've been waiting for clear skin and dreaming about clear skin forever.
Oh, if I had clear skin, well, I just feel like I'd go everywhere. Just scream, I have clear skin.
This will be a great takeaway.
Proactive does a really good job with its storytelling. They start off with a problem which seems to bother people a lot. They don't know what to do. And suddenly there's this company with its products, and the problem is solved. This transformation also takes place on the emotional level, with people initially being sad and depressed, and they turn out to be really, really happy and elated after using the company's products. This sort of transformation and change really excites customers, and leaves a staying and very, very positive impression on them. Therefore, it's likely that when it matters at the point of sale, people will remember the company and its products. The second example is on Adludio. That's a marketing startup company, and they also try to leave a positive impression with regards to credibility and success. So they legitimate the company by displaying their investors, companies they've been working with, very impressive companies, and the awards they received. All of this is intended to impress site visitors and shape their opinions. At the end of the day, this increases the odds of consumers remembering this company. In summary, availability heuristics can be useful at times. They give us a crude estimate and they save us time. On the other hand, they can also be misleading. Therefore, when it matters for important decisions, it's important to step back and actually do some research.